all over the planet, and in Burlington, the wetlands are a distinct ecosystem that are key to improving water quality.
So wetlands are really important for a lot of reasons, and the Conservation Commission protects them. A lot of people have issues with flooding and water problems in town. Wetlands are like big sponges. So wetlands and the vegetation in them just suck up a bunch of water. They infiltrate it, the trees take up a lot of water, so they clean the water and they help reduce flooding in neighborhoods. So we really need people to help us protect them. There's a lot of confusion. A lot of people are confused. Unfortunately, some realtors are as well. What we call conservation land is land owned by the town and under the care, custody, control of the Conservation Commission. So like the Mill Pond Conservation Area or the Sawmill Brook Conservation Area. Wetlands can be either owned by the town or they could also be privately owned. So you could have in the back of your lot where you live, wetlands, and some people call that conservation land. It's not officially conservation land. It's protected under Massachusetts Wetland Protection Act and it's protected under our town bylaws, so it's protected, but it's not technically what we call conservation land. A really good way to find wetlands is by follow topography. If you go down to the lowest point anywhere in Burlington, almost, you're going to find a wetland. Burlington's probably 15 or 20% wetland. Anytime you're doing any kind of construction project in Burlington, it's a good idea to check. We do have an online permitting system, so we basically catch everything anyway. If you're near wetlands and you're doing any sort of construction, you are probably going to need to file with the Conservation Commission, and that's under a wetland permit. But the Conservation Department also manages the stormwater program. Oftentimes, if you're doing construction and there are no wetlands nearby, you still may need a permit with the Conservation Department. FEMA actually has a floodplain map viewer where you can actually type in your address and it'll give you an official determination from FEMA, which is the federal agency which manages floodplain. And it'll tell you your status. If you're building an addition or anything like that where there's financing involved, you'll need flood insurance. You'll need to file with the Conservation Commission for any project in the floodplain, and you'll also have to work with the building department because there's special building code requirements for floodplain construction.
Protecting Burlington's wetlands contributes to the global water cycle and is a great way to keep an eye on nature.